talking with me. You, sir, come on over here.
Hey.
So first things first, you are wearing a kilt right now. Is
Yes.
What
It's
is
a beautiful day to wear a kilt.
Do you always wear a kilt? Hello, sir. Hi.
No,
Thank
that's
you.
Buddy.
Hi, buddy. Why the kilt?
Because it's a beautiful day to wear a kilt. Every man should wear a kilt.
Are you wearing the kilt because you're at a protest? Don't lie.
And the day ends in Y.
If you were not at a protest, would you be wearing a kilt?
Yes.
You would still be wearing a kilt?
Yes.
All right, well, I appreciate your honesty. So you are a guy who's heavily armed. I like that. You also have a little picture here of a squirrel. I like that as well. What are you out here today for?
I'm out here to turn around and tell the president of the policemen's union that, look, what you said was wrong. You're not going to triumph over my First Amendment rights. You are representing government. And I have every right to try and tell government. Buddy has every right to try and tell government that what you did was wrong, and that we will try and hold you accountable for that.
So I've heard the soundbite of Joe Gramaldi talking many times. I could probably recite it to you by heart at this point. And one of the things I didn't get from it was him suggesting he said he was going to hold people accountable for their words, but it didn't sound like he was threatening anyone. It sounded more like he was saying, "We'll remember that you made these statements later on when new circumstances arise that would contradict your statements." Do you not think that's what he was saying?
I think his exact words were, "We will go through social media and hunt you down."
So what do you think that means? What do you think he's going to do?
That he's going to turn around, follow us around on social media, gather up all of our personal information, and then turn around and go by and have one of his UCs or tip him off to stuff that we're doing that's called none of his business, and turn around and basically harass everybody here that says, "Hey, what you said was wrong."
I think that, so I feel like you're being a bit meticulous about his words here. Joe Gramaldi doesn't have any legal authority, does he?
Anybody has legal authority to pick up a phone and dial 911. Anybody has legal authority to pick up a phone, stop a patrolman, walk into a police station, substation, and say, "Hey, I think this is going on. This is information I want to give to you."
So do you think that they had the wrong house when they raided that house last year?
I believe so.
And what was the right house?
I don't know. I don't know. I do know that from what I gather from social media, and I say this loosely, I don't believe a military vet that's honorably discharged, that buys everything legally, that has no big stashes of money, no big stashes of black tar heroin laying around. Every vehicle he owns is perfectly tagged and state inspected, the whole 9 yards. I don't really see that being a black tar heroin dealer. From what I gather from social media, the other address, I believe it was 7815 Harding.
Yeah, Harding.
Is a boarded up house with brand new Mercedes-Benz and security cameras everywhere. I believe that's the house they meant to target. They just got the wording wrong. Harding and Harding. They can very easily be mistaken.
I never heard anybody say that before. That's really interesting. I'm going to look into that.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, though, this isn't the no-knock raid isn't Joe Gramaldi's fault. Wouldn't you blame Art Acevedo for that?
I don't think, me personally, I can hold Art Acevedo accountable for that. I can hold him accountable for the actions of his officers. But there's a lot of working parts involved in getting any kind of warrant, any kind of thing from a magistration judge. I think personally, I'm not here to bash any cop, but I think they went to the judge with wrong information. I think the judge signed off on a bad warrant, in my honest opinion. I have no beef with anybody in law enforcement, but I think this is one raid that went sour bad.
Interesting. I had great answers. Bearded lady, I'd love to talk to you on camera if that's okay.
Go ahead.
Final thoughts. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Earlier, you mentioned about you don't want heroin trying to be legalized.
I would say legalize pot, but I don't think we should sell black tar heroin at Walmart. You know what I mean?
But yet we try and send our kids to a government-ran school that pumps them full of all sorts of psychedelic drugs that are one molecule away from being heroin, from being methamphetamine, so they can sit still in a windowless room and read from a book all day. What's your opinion on that?
I think you're preaching to the choir right now, absolutely. But this is a very principled conversation.
Yeah.
We're having a conversation right now, first about somebody getting their house raided, and then a much bigger conversation about whether or not we want to have a drug war or not. And I feel like you got to crawl before you run, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But I don't disagree with the questions that you're asking. I think that they're important questions to answer. I just don't feel like this is Joe Gramaldi's fault.
No. The question asked about the school district, no, that Joe Gramaldi had no issue to do with that. The issue I have with him is him basically trying to tell anybody that, well, if you so much as say anybody did anything wrong that has a shield, that's a TCLO certified peace officer, we're going to hunt you down through social media. I have an issue with that. I have an issue with that. for me and everybody else watching this and everybody else standing here and everybody else.
Come on, Joe! I'm down here stirring the pot! I'm right here! Come and get me! Look at me! Stirring the pot! Stirring the pot for real American heroes! People that are murdered in their home for no reason! The people you're lying about! Calling suspects when they're victims! Where you at, Joe?
Come donate!
Donate, we'll bury the tunnel.
Hey, come donate to the tunnels. They were murdered a couple weeks ago. You might have heard of them.
Donate. Be the first one to stand up and say what happened was wrong. Speak with your wallet. Come on, it's just lunch money. $5. Come on, you can get $5. I'll personally match the single largest donation from any Houston police officer.
James, take a break.
Try not to let you know we told them. You guys are good on the public sidewalk. Just
I don't need instruction.
All that.
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it, though. Thank
yes,
you.
sir. Thank you.
What about you? You want to donate? Help bury the Tuttles. Shot in their home by police, left to bleed to death and die for 2 hours. Help bury the Tuttles. Come on, it's just lunch money. If those were police officers, you'd be digging deep in your wallet to bury them. Do the right thing. There has to be one good cop in this city. Show him to me. I back the blue, but I can't back you. Donate. Help bury the Tuttles. Shot by police in their own home. They're heroes. Mr. Tuttle's a veteran. Help bury the Tuttles. How about you? You want to donate?
Just gonna let you know, like we told them, you guys are good to go on the sidewalk. Just don't impede traffic.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
okay,
not.
Thank you very much.
We're not trying to disrupt you guys or harm anybody or anything like that. So, if my understanding from what I looked at is that this street is open all the way to the crosswalk.
Yes.
Okay. Because there was one officer that tried to tell me differently. I was nice to him. He was lucky that time.
This is like for the court, so this is public access.
Yeah, there actually used to be a restaurant back here. I don't think it's here anymore.
Yeah, that's been gone quite a while.
Yeah, okay.
How you doing today?
So far, so good.
Okay. This public sidewalk is up here, not back this far. It's up by the big blue signs up close behind me.
Okay.
Did you guys see on the other side? We're great.
I'm sorry. It's hard to hear you over
We
there.
just had to stand over there. We're great. Not this far down.
Okay. So this is a named street, and it is open to the public all the way to that crosswalk. If you want to disagree with me, let's go.
Handcuffed here.
Okay, good. What's your name?
Sergeant Cosper.
Sergeant who?
Cosper.
Cosper. It's David. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, David.
You want to donate, help bury the Tuttles?
No.
No?
Nope.
No. Can I ask why? It's just political. You guys aren't allowed to do that kind of stuff, or?
No, we don't donate to anything. We're apolitical.
A-flip. Okay, I like that. You have a good day, Sergeant.
Make sure to kill this dog while you're at it. Let's go get your first one. Kill it.
Come on, help bury the Tuttles. I'll personally match the single largest donation given by a Houston police officer. Come on, where's the good cops? I back the blue, but I can't back you.